What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another entertaining episode of Lockdown 23-1. It is my very first Cinco de Mayo YouTube video today. So you know what that means. Cooking out, live streams later on. I hope to see all of y'all joining in with me in the fiesta siestas. Anyways, what we're going to be talking about today on this special episode is strip searches in prison, okay? You know, it happens in jail and prison, but most of my entertaining stories come from the penitentiary strip searches. Now, before I get into all the stories and stuff like that, let me just say that strip searches is one of the most dehumanizing things that could probably be done to you, man. Besides locking you in a cage and feeding you like a dog, you know, getting butt naked in front of random guys just because they have a badge on their shirt really makes you feel like an animal. It does. And, you know, in prison, there's all kinds of times that they will strip search you. Lockdowns, they'll line everyone up in a block and you have to get butt naked with 20 to 10 other guys standing side by side, you know, with a couple inches of space in between, you know, get butt naked, butterball. You better get used to it because it happens all the time in a penitentiary. You can't be shy out there, you know what I mean? You just got to get in there, get it done, and get on out. You know, a lot of people, it takes them a while to get used to it. Every time they told me to get butt naked, it was always an awkward moment. Especially when one of the COs you're actually kind of cool with. You know what I mean? Y'all kick it in the block and he tells you some crazy... Because, you know, not every CO is a police for real. You know what I mean? A lot of COs, they got their hands in the dirt as well. You know what I mean? So it's always weird when you got to get butt naked in front of the guy that you actually talk to every now and then, you know what I mean? And you know, it's just something that you never get used to. Getting butt naked in front of another man, there's nothing getting used to it about that. So there are times where they strip search you automatically regardless of what the situation is. Like lockdowns, going to visitation and coming back. They'll strip search you before you even walk in, and then they'll strip search you when you come out. Getting butterball being naked in front of other random guys that I've never seen before in my life. And there's other times where they might just have suspicion of drug trafficking in the blocks or whatever, and they can tell you at any time to get butt naked. And you know, there's also COs out there that are homosexuals and undercovers that I'm sure get a quick thrill out of patting you down and strip searching you, okay? All they have to have is a reason to tell you to get butt naked. Just think that you're doing something wrong or carrying a weapon and you got to get butt naked. If you don't, they're going to hog tie you and get you butt naked themselves. You know, and then throw you in a padded room with a paper suit that you're freezing in. You know, paper little outfit, napkin pretty much you're wearing for a couple days because you didn't feel like getting butt naked to get strip searched. So I recommend you following their commands, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you a story about a time where I didn't follow their commands. Well, I kind of did, but I did it in a different way, and I'm going to tell you right now. I was going to a visitation. You know, I got them on the regular. This one just so happened to be a holiday visitation, so it was in the middle of the week. I got two because my state number fell in line with the people that got two. So I was going in, I got strip searched, it was all good. I went in there, and you know, a bunch of COs halfway during my visit, a bunch of COs came and grabbed me up, scooped me up and carried me out. I'm like, what the heck is going on? It turns out that they said that I was getting too touchy-feely with my old lady. And trust me, I made moves on her all the time in visitation. I'm talking about sometimes it was extreme, you know? It just depended on the situation. But this time, I wasn't doing nothing for real. I was just kissing her. I had my hand on her thigh or something, you know? It was just because some idiot was working the booth and probably was just a super cop. So they came, took my visits, and then they said... I knew once they did that they were going to take my visits for like 6 months to a year, you know, so I was really mad, and not only that, you know, they cut my visit. I was in the middle of eating a burger and hot dog, you know, stuff like that. So I'm coming back, and they start strip searching me, and I'm pissed. So when they start when I start taking off my clothes, he tells me to squat and cough, so I go like this. You know, I start dancing like I'm stripping for real. You know what I mean? I'm dancing. I do twirls and stuff because I'm pissed and I'm like mocking them. And as soon as I did that, they hit me up, threw me up on the wall, handcuffed me. slid on my boxers back for me and carried me down the boulevard in wintertime, okay? Freezing, no shoes on or nothing, going down the boulevard to the hole. And then once I get to the hole, they make me take the only thing I got off on, you know, the boxers. I'm like, come on, bro, you just strip searched me. Now y'all just carrying me, man. You know what I mean? So I sat in the hole for a good 2 weeks and then found out within the first week of being in the hole, they took my visitation for a year. 1 year. You know, I was so mad. My old lady was mad, but at the same time, I was like, man, all I got is a year and like 2 months left. So they could do whatever they want, man. They could sit me in the side pocket for my whole time. I don't care. I'm going home. In my eyes, a year and 2 months, that ain't nothing. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing to me. I'll sit on the toilet and just chill there for the next 16 months. I don't care. That ain't nothing. You know? So it is what it is, man. I didn't cooperate, and I was really mad about how they pulled me up at the visitation. And, you know, it just turned into something else. But I can only imagine what that cop felt like when I started dancing for him, man. You won't never forget that moment. I know that's a fact. And there's this other time, this was in Deep Meadows, okay? They did a random search, strip search of the pod because they heard that drugs was being coming in through the visitation. So they were trying to find out where all the dope was and stuff. And this was in a dorm. There isn't too many great places to hide stuff in a dorm because there's cameras everywhere. The best place to hide it is either on you or in you. You know what I mean? So swallow it, however way those guys chose to do it. Now, this special occasion, they lined us all up in the bathroom and everyone got butt naked. And I didn't know if anyone had anything dirty on them or anything like that, you know what I mean? But this guy, I guess he did. So as soon as they got butt naked and they went to squat and call for everyone, I guess the pack came out of wherever he was hiding it, you know, taped to his butt or whatever. He grabbed it and he ran out the bathroom, butterball naked. He's just running and all the COs are trying to catch him, and he runs all the way to the community toilet and flushes it. That's why most compounds turn the water off, okay? That's one of the #1 signs they're coming in for a shakedown. They turn the water off in the whole block so that no one can flush anything. But they ain't turned the water off, and he flushed it, and they still gave him some kind of charge. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was a street charge, dope charge. I don't know, but they did not find what he had, and we never saw that guy again. Just heard from the grapevine what kind of happened, you know? They never found his stuff, and it is what it is, man. You know, if I came down to that situation, I think I would have done the same thing. I'm not going to let them get it. I'm going to do everything in my power to get rid of it. You know what I mean? You have a better chance of not getting a street charge if they don't see nothing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it is what it is, man. There ain't too many other crazy experiences I've seen with strip searches that I can recall at the moment. But it's always dehumanizing, man, and it's something you never get used to, but you better get prepared for it if you're going to be going to lock up, okay? Because it happens all the time, and it's always a little awkward, you know? They also strip searched me many of times looking for fresh tattoos because they heard that I was tattooing. Someone dropped dime on me and tell them I was tattooing. They wouldn't find no tattoo device or anything. They'll just look on me and the guy that I was tattooing on for strip us down butt naked and look for fresh tattoos. And I've went to the hole numerous times because I've had fresh tattoos or the person I was tattooing had fresh tattoos. And they would never tell on me. I've never had anyone that got caught up with their fresh tattoo tell on me, believe it or not. But that's another way that they do strip searches, you know? Looking for fresh tattoos, contraband, drugs, weapons, anything that they feel like they need to get you butt naked for. Trust me, they definitely will. You know, today's Cinco de Mayo. Shoot, they might just do a special Cinco de Mayo shakedown for them inmates today. You never know, man. But I can guarantee one thing. People are getting down in the penitentiary today. That's a fact. They're blowing down. It's Cinco de Mayo. Everybody celebrates. It doesn't matter where you're at. Anyways, that's about it. You know, strip searches are very common in prison and jail. That's just how it is, and it always will be. There will never be a time where they don't strip search you, okay? Unless they make some kind of special x-ray machine that can see through clothes without having to get butt naked. You know what I mean? They do have x-ray machines kind of like that, but for some reason they still make you get butt naked. So I hope all of y'all have a great and safe Cinco de Mayo, man. Do not be drinking and driving. I'm telling you, I've had a DUI. I don't speak about a lot of my charges, okay? But I do speak about DUIs because they are the most common out here. Be smart out there, man. Trust me, the police are out. The police are just like us, okay? You know, it's Cinco de Mayo. We want to drink. They're like, it's Cinco de Mayo. We're going to get a ton of DUI guys. You know, they try to perfect their job just like a criminal perfects his. So to go out there drinking and driving and think nothing's going to happen to you, think again, bruh. You know what I mean? Like I say in all my videos, just about. As soon as you think you're not going to get pulled over, that's exactly when you will. And there ain't no hiding no DUI, okay? Once you blow in that breathalyzer, it's a wrap. So, just keep that in mind. Drive safe, get a designated driver, and enjoy y'all Cinco de Mayo. Until the next time, man.